The audience is still roaring when Simon finishes speaking. The room is alive, buzzing like electricity is running through every person there.
Energy you brought to the stage
And the farmer on
Thank you, I
stage,
appreciate that.
this woman who walked in quietly, humbly, almost shy, is now standing in front of a sea of people who adore her. For the first time, she looks like she truly understands what she has done. She looks like someone who stepped into a new version of herself. But the judges aren't done yet. The next judge leans in with excitement, her voice bright and overflowing with emotion. She tells the contestant that what she just saw was the perfect example of never judging a book by its cover. She admits she expected a soft, gentle folk-style performance, maybe a country tune, something you might hear around a campfire. But instead, she got a rock anthem sung with the confidence and fire of a global touring artist. She says something the audience loves instantly, that this woman is the definition of hidden talent. Someone who walks through life quietly, unnoticed, uncelebrated, until the moment she steps on a stage and reveals a voice that shakes the entire building. The judge praises her tone, her power, her control, and the emotion behind every note. Because it's not just about sounding good, it's about making people feel something. And she made everyone in the room feel everything. Another judge jumps in, still smiling from ear to ear, letting out a laugh of disbelief before speaking. He says that her audition is the kind of moment every singing competition dreams of having, unexpected, explosive, unforgettable. He talks about her stage presence, explaining that most first-time performers look nervous, unsure, stiff. But she owned the stage with the confidence of a rock professional. Every movement, every expression, every note showed that she belongs in music. He even jokes that he wishes he had a time machine, because he wants to go back and hear that first note again, just to watch everyone's faces when they realize what's happening. The audience laughs and cheers because they know exactly what he means. That first note changed the entire atmosphere. And then the final judge speaks. She looks at the contestant with genuine admiration, the kind that comes from witnessing something pure and real. She says that being a farmer is one of the hardest and most respected jobs in the world, and it takes strength, discipline, and heart. And somehow, she brought all three of those qualities into her performance. She sang with the strength of someone who has carried heavy loads her whole life. She sang with the discipline of someone who wakes up before sunrise and works until sundown. And she sang with the heart of someone who has lived a real life, full of real challenges. She says the contestant didn't just sing a song, she told a story through it. A story of hard work, dreams, and the courage to step on a stage that millions watch. And she ends by saying that she is proud of her, not just as a singer, but as a woman brave enough to break out of her comfort zone and chase something many people are too scared to even try. The farmer on stage presses a hand to her chest, overwhelmed by the praise, by the kindness, by the recognition. She looks like someone who has spent her entire life thinking she was ordinary, only to suddenly realize she has something extraordinary inside her. Now comes the moment that every contestant waits for. The voting. Simon goes first. He looks at her with a warm, confident smile, the kind that tells you he's already made up his mind. And he says, with no hesitation, that it's a huge yes from him. The crowd explodes again, shouting and cheering. She raises her hand slightly, as if holding back tears, as if she can't believe that Simon Cowell, the toughest judge in the world, just gave her a yes. The second judge doesn't even wait more than a second. She blurts out her yes so loudly and excitedly that the whole panel laughs with her. The third judge gives a dramatic pause, pretending to be serious, then grins and says yes, making the audience burst into laughter and applause. And the fourth judge puts her hand on her heart and says that not only is it a yes, but it is one of the easiest yeses she has given all season. 4 yeses. All 4 judges, including Simon Cowell, officially approve her journey. She's going to the next round. She's moving forward. The dream stays alive. The host rushes out from backstage, thrilled, shouting happily that she did it. The contestant finally lets out the breath she's been holding since the song ended, and tears start to fill her eyes, not sadness, but disbelief mixed with joy. She covers her mouth with both hands as the crowd screams her name again and again. The camera cuts to her family standing backstage, crying, hugging, cheering, watching the miracle unfold. You can see the pride in their eyes. You can feel their happiness through the screen. They know how much she deserves this moment. They know how hard she has worked her whole life. And now, the world knows too. As she walks off the stage, the audience keeps clapping. The judges continue whispering to each other, still in shock about what just happened. Simon keeps shaking his head in disbelief, smiling that rare smile, the one that appears only when he finds something truly special. The contestant reaches backstage and immediately breaks into tears of joy, covering her face as her family embraces her tightly. The host asks her how she feels, and her voice shakes as she answers. She says that she never expected any of this. She says she never counted herself as talented. She says she always thought singing was just something she did alone, quietly, far away from anyone who might judge her. But she says something else too, something powerful, that she wanted to know if she was good enough. And now she finally knows. This is where the producers roll the replay footage, that magical slow-motion montage showing her walking onto the stage, the judges' reactions, the audience rising to their feet, and that incredible voice echoing through the arena. They overlay the scene with uplifting music, giving viewers a moment to fully feel the emotion of what happened. The narrator explains how she worked every day on the farm, singing in the fields, humming songs while doing chores, dreaming of music but never believing it could be more than a dream. And then one day, something inside her whispered that she should try. That she should leave the comfort of her quiet life, step onto a world-famous stage, and show the world the voice she kept hidden. Her audition becomes the talk of the show. Clips start spreading online. People start commenting things like, "How can someone sound like that? She needs to win." Simon was shocked. I could see it on his face. Fans begin calling her the rock star farmer. Her story touches millions because she represents something everyone secretly hopes is true, that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you might have a gift inside you waiting to be discovered. And the best part is, she didn't pretend to be anyone else. She didn't try to dress like a superstar. She didn't try to create an image. She walked onto that stage as herself, a farmer, and walked off as something more. A star. She proved that dreams don't need perfect timing, perfect circumstances, or perfect confidence. Sometimes all they need is courage. A single moment of bravery. One step forward. And that is what makes her audition legendary. She showed the world that you never really know who's standing in front of you. You never know what someone is capable of. You never know what kind of greatness is hiding inside the quietest person in the room.